Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Vols will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Florida Gators offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Motion from the offense. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Using his feet. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Gators letting this guy do it himself the way Tebow used to do it when he'd pick up steam going downhill and getting first downs.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Man, I know I have running backs, but when I got quarterbacks that are also dynamic and can make plays in the run game and get me extra first downs, if I'm the Gators, I would do the exact same thing, whatever it takes.
They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
A designed run for the quarterback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. On the option.
Whoa! Really?
All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Volunteers. And the defense doing work.
Who picked off the pitch? Wow. That's crazy. Boost.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quick strike complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Gators will move the sticks. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. On the move. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Gators are rolling down the field. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Wide out in motion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Just when they're looking, run, now up top. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. On the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Still looking. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Volunteers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Volunteers in the hurry-up.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their...
Hit the afterburners, kid. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Vols are marching down the field. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Well, so much for nudging it ahead a few inches. 4 wide here on 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this. But we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Thrown down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Jim.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on the field.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. They'll immediately call timeout. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure coming. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline to be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Feeling some heat. Reels it in down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Terrier.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
The play action fake. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. The Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He's going to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really bad.
The incompletion on 1st down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swann. So big playmaking is always a possibility. They're trailing by 11 to Penn State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to try to
Are you fucking kidding me?
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Volunteers will punt this one away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
This quarterback part of their running game. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Off he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback will audible. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder.
Fucking motion, dude.
The aerial assault continues. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's... Now, the clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced a punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Gators send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Matthews. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards.
Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown ball. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to LSU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for... He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
Off the play fake.
Yo.
The pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Wide receiver coming across in motion.
You
On
fucking
3rd and long,
block,
a
dude.
check down would be the last resort. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, looking for the completion.
Yo, I'm fucking sick of this
That's a
bullshit.
sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Handoff from the gun. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Getting some heat. Moves away as he feels pressure. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for